In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my might. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light. I know I screwed that up a bit. It was no evil shall escape my sight, but you get the picture. That's the oath that the Green Lanterns do before they go out and fight. Yeah, I am reviewing Welcome Back to Movies with Colors in the title, and no, I'm not reviewing the 2011 Green Lantern movie. I'm reviewing the 2009 animated film from DC Animated Films. This is Green Lantern First Flight. This is basically a 78-minute movie from 2009. That's basically the movie that we got in 2011, just a lot shorter, and with hand drawn animation, not CGI. Now, I saw this movie a long time ago because I'm a huge fan of Green Lantern. I think he's one of the most underrated DC heroes. A lot of people shit on him. They hate the 2011 movie. They overlooked the cartoon that came out a couple years ago. They think he's a joke. I'm like, I will rather see another Green Lantern appearance in DC than Aquaman. I'm sorry. I prefer him over Aquaman. He can fly. He has a cool ring that could create anything. I love the color green more than, Aquaman wears green, and yet in this new version he doesn't. And also, I like the character. I like that he's a superhero in space, like the Guardians of the Galaxy. And even though that they haven't given this character a fair shake, on animated he's done really well. And this is basically the origin story of the Green Lantern. Hal Jordan is a pilot, and one of these characters, what you call it? I forgot his name. I think it's Sabor, not Sabor, Nim Sabor or something like that. He dies, one of these purple aliens, and he gives Hal Jordan the ring, and he becomes the Green Lantern. And this is his story. John Stewart's not in this story. The voice cast is really well done. You got Christopher Maloney as Green Lantern. I prefer Nathan Fillion in Green Lantern Emerald Knights, but he's a good voice actor, Christopher Maloney. It's mostly a Canadian cast. You also have Trisha Helfer. She's one of the girls in the film. You have Victor Garber as Sinestro. Yeah, he was the professor in Legends of Tomorrow, and he's good as Sinestro. I mean, Sinestro's a villain, one of the best villains in DC, especially the space villains. And basically, in this movie, the same thing happens that Jordan is trying to train with Sinestro or whatever to protect the Green Lantern Corps or whatever in space, and then he doesn't know that Sinestro is a villain the whole time. And I'm like, that's interesting. And I think Sinestro could have carried the movie from 2011. The problem with the 2011 movie was um, two villains. You didn't need two villains. You only need one because two feels kind of forced. And this movie, that they knew that. That's why they only had one villain, Sinestro, and he has a yellow suit because that's I think the opposite of what Green Lanterns wear. And green is the color of will, and I like that. It's an interesting device, and also the story flows well. I mean, if you haven't seen this movie and you were upset with the 2011 movie, this is basically the same thing, but a lot shorter, animated, voice acted, and the animation's really good for 2009. It's definitely an underlooked gem from DC. And like I said, the Green Lantern character, I find him interesting. I know Josh hates this character. Doesn't think he can work. I like the little subtle hint of Green Lantern's ring in Justice League. That's something they didn't cut out, which was nice to see. And I want to see where they go with this character. Like, he's an interesting character. I like his costume. Well, in the 2011 movie, it should have been a costume, not CGI. But that's another story. And this one doesn't have the love interest from the movie where Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively meet. That's cut out here, and it's really fast paced, and this is child friendly. It's not full of blood or sexuality like The Killing Joke or something like that. It's actually pretty tame. The action's good. It flows well. It's colorful. It's animated, and it's really well done. And I like seeing green, not dark green, emerald green, which is cool because, like I said, not every hero needs to be Batman. Green Lantern is not Batman. Superman is not Batman. Aquaman and Wonder Woman and the Flash are not Batman. You can do something light and lighthearted. The original Superman is lighthearted. The original 60s Batman show was lighthearted. The original Flash show from the 90s and Supergirl, it's lighthearted. I don't remember Supergirl being dark and gritty. Sometimes I want to see some color. That's why I love the Guardians of the Galaxy. Basically, the 2011 Green Lantern movie should have taken notes from this. Cosmic characters in space, great special effects, costumes, practical makeup, and a director that actually cares. When you get that, you get this little gem. And I wanted to review a Green Lantern movie for so long because it's been so long since I've given this character any attention. And I'm like, he deserves it because he's not a character that a lot of people take seriously. I think he's badass. Love the things that he creates with his ring. It's a cool device. And he deserves a break. I hope DCU, you do a Green Lantern movie right because I want to see this character done justice in the next decade. I know the next movie I think is in 2020, 2021. They still haven't casted Hal Jordan yet or Jon Stewart. I hope they get somebody good. My guess would be to get Nathan Fillion because he did the voice of Green Lantern in one of the movies, or Ansel Elgort would be a good Hal Jordan, or for Jon Stewart maybe Michael B. Jordan or I don't know, not Donald Glover because he's doing Spider-Man, but yeah, get somebody good. Don't cast somebody British because it's just not going to work. I've already laid my cards on the table that I don't want Brits in everything. They ruin almost every film that they're in. And they ruined shows that I like watching recently that they just appear and they don't need to be there. They feel forced. And the Green Lantern storyline can work. I think they can do it without connecting it to the Justice League and do your own thing. Be a self-contained story. That would work. Because originally, I know, Sean, you don't have to tell me in the comments, oh, Green Lantern was supposed to start the DCU. I know that, but because of the over-budgetness and because the director didn't care, and it came out in the summer where it was a very competitive summer with Marvel, it bombed. Because you had X-Men First Class, the Captain America movie, the first Avenger, and Thor, so it didn't stand a chance. And it was overlooked. I think the movie was overlooked. They should have spent only like maybe $100 million, not 200, because this was a tentpole movie. And Reynolds, I'm kind of glad this flopped only for one reason, because we got Deadpool out of it, and I love Deadpool, and I can't wait for the sequel. But Green Lantern, if there's a new actor and he's younger and he actually gives a shit and he has a director behind him that actually works, we can get a really good movie. We can get a DC version of Guardians of the Galaxy, and I would really love that because we need that. DC hasn't really done a lot of stuff in space. And no, I'm not counting the Superman films because he's briefly in space and then he goes to Earth, or he goes to Krypton, or he goes to the Fortress of Solitude. I'm talking about a movie set in space, like Guardians. Something like that. Because space is interesting. It's not boring. But anyway, this Green Lantern movie is worth your time. It's fun, it's lighthearted, it's short, it's to the point, and it gets the job done. And it's entertaining. At the end of the day, that's all I want. An entertaining movie. No agendas are necessary. Just entertain me. Get my attention. And this did. And I need to get it someday on Blu-ray or DVD because it's very overlooked. So thanks, guys, for watching. I hope you see this Green Lantern movie. It's actually a good one. And it's not long, so it's not going to take much of your time. So take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next review.